Now, moving to the next point, it says create a wall that has a height of 3 meters and width that the height of and the width is of 5 meters, and the length is of zero point 0.2 meters. So what we can do is we can just go back to the create tab, and on the standard primitives we have our box. So let's go in the top view. We can switch different views by just clicking the initial letters of that specific view. Like if I want to go inside the top view, I can press T, or if I go back to the perspective, I can hit P from my keyboard. But if I just want to, maximize and minimize my viewport and switching back and forth, so what I can do is I can just press Alt W and click over here inside the top view and just uh, click or hold Alt W again. So instead of doing Alt W, what I can do is I can expand my single viewport and just switch from perspective to top to left, and back to perspective by clicking the T for top, L for left, and P for perspective. So inside our top view, we can just create the box, and let's create a box of any length and height and width. And obviously we can just go into the modify tab and dial our own dimensions which we want to be there. So the width is going to be 5 meters, the height parameter is going to be the 3 meters, and the length we have is going to be 0 0.2 meters. So this is our one single wall. So now, how are we going to place this wall? Uh, we don't want half the wall to be inside the room and half the wall to be outside the room, which will obviously decrease our our inside area. So what I can do is I can just go to the top view and select my wall and carefully select the axis on which I'm going to move it. So like if I want to move this on the y-axis, I make sure that I have selected the correct axis, which in our case is y. And if we want to move on along the x-axis, so I will just click on the x-axis and move along this. So let's go to the y-axis, move it along the y-axis, and I want this part, this face of the wall to be aligned with this side of the floor plan. So what I can do is I can just turn on my snaps, object snaps, by pressing S on the keyboard. So if I press S again, my snap toggle will on and off. So if I press again, so it will just turn off. So if I press again, you can see the blue icon is appear on the snap toggles. So if I just now if I hover my mouse on the corner of the wall, you can see a yellow snapping cursor is appearing on the corner, on this corner of the wall. So by just selecting the y-axis and selecting the wall, if I click on this part and move my wall to this edge, you can see it's now snapping like this, like this. All right. Uh, but now if I just zoom in, you can see we have some space here that is not uh, aligned, and this part is going outside of the floor. So what I can do is I can just go back to the axis and select our correct axis, and then select this side of the wall and carefully move it until I get the snap for the flow, like this. So now our wall has been snapped correctly and placed correctly